friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Echo Aftab. In my today's session, we'll be understanding about circular flow of economic activities. Myself Aftab Bhai. So how are we going to flow in today's session? So first we'll understand what is the meaning of circular flow. Then we'll see the circular flow of economic activities in different types of, or you can say in different forms, such as in 2-sector economy, in 3-sector economy, and so on. And we'll understand a small concept of triple identity related to national income and circular flow. So let us go and dive into circular flow of economic activities. What is the meaning of circular flow? The circular flow of economic activity is a model showing the basic economic relationships within a market economy. Friends, please see this word model. It's a economic model. This I was told about in detail when we are understanding what methods of economics. For methods of economics, please see this iCard where I have told you what actually a economic model is. So circular flow of economic activity is a model showing the basic economic relationships within a market economy. How in a market economy we see the households, the business firms, the government, the external sector, how they interact with each other. That is what in a pictorial form is called as circular flow. Circular flow means continual movement of money and goods in the economy. Okay, it attempts to illustrate the flow of money and goods from households to business enterprises. That is what is circular flow. Here we speak about exchange of goods and services along with money among the various economic agents. So that is what is circular flow. So it gives a clear idea of what the relationships between numerous economic units in the country. When I say numerous economic units, I mean to say it is the various economic agents such as consumers, producers, government, exporters, importers, financial institutions. All these are various economic agents. Now friends, let us see what actually circular flow is. So let us see how the working of an economy. Now, very interesting animated chart. So on the one hand, we are having households. Who are the households? Friends, households are the owners of the resources. So they are resource owners. Which are the various resources? Land, labor, capital, and organization. And on the other hand, we are having business firms. So their main aim is production of goods and services. So on the one hand, households, and the other hand, business firms. So what the households do? They take all their resources and they go to the factor market. So households take the resources and go to the factor market. And what the business firms do? The business firms also go to the factor market and purchases the services rendered by the households by buying the resources from the resource owners. So this is the first transaction that has happened, and that is households selling their services in the factor market to the business firms, or in other words, business firms buying the resource services from the households in the factor market. In return, the business firms make the factor payments. The factor payments, friends, will go to the households in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit. So the households take this rent, interest, wages, and profit, and that becomes their income. So households, they sold their resources, the services of the resources, and in return got the income. The business firms purchased the services of the resources and in turn were able to produce goods. The goods produced by the business firms, they take it to the product market. So you can see the second part of the transaction. The business firms go to the product market with the goods that they have produced with the help of resource owners. And here, when the goods are there in the product market, you can see these households go on for expenditure of their income on goods and services. So the households also go to the product market to purchase the goods. So households are spending their income, and that expenditure of the households become income of the business firms, and this business firms, when they sell the goods in the product market to the households, the entire thing is happening through money as the medium of exchange. So this is the simple working of an economy, friends, with two sectors. One is household and the other is business firms. So here I would like to say the goods that is produced by the business firms, here we make use of product method to calculate the value of the goods. This rents, wages, interest and profit, it helps us to understand the income earned by the factors of production. And this last part, friends, expenditure. So whatever is spent by the households is calculated as expenditure. So these are the three important things that you can see in the circular flow. One is income is generated through rent, wages, interest and profit. Goods are produced in the firms, in the economy, and whatever is produced, whatever is earned is spent. So income method, product method and expenditure method are the three methods of calculating national income. Why I brought this thing here into the picture? Simple, because I can relate measurement of national income with circular flow of the economy or working of the economy. This is just for your understanding how the concepts in economics are interrelated. Now let us see, friends, triple identity. So there are three flows that is happening at a time. Income, output and expenditure are always equal to each other. So here for a particular period of time, giving rise to what we call as triple identity. So friends, remember, in an economy at any point of time, always the output is equal to income and is equal to expenditure. The national income calculated through output method will be equal to the national income calculated by income method, which will be equal to the national income calculated by expenditure method. And this output method, income method and expenditure method, how we understood it? We understood it through a simple system of you can say circular flow. And what was the circular flow? It was telling us about how the economy is functioning. Now let us say circular flow of income in a two sector model with savings. Now earlier there was no concept of saving. Now I am bringing one thing into the picture, and that is savings. So here I am highlighting savings. Now see, as you saw, households sell their factor services to the business firm, and business firms in turn gives the rewards. So here I am assuming the income that is received by the households is rupees 10,000. So what the households do? They go on for consumption expenditure. Now here there is a catch. The households will not spend the entire 10,000 rupees. What they will do? They spend only 9,000 rupees. Now what is happening over there? The goods worth 9,000 rupees have come to households. Iska matlab, the business firms are still having in their godowns the goods worth 1,000 rupees. So there is goods with the firms of 1,000 rupees. Now what has happened to this 1,000 rupees? This 1,000 rupees, friends, has gone in the form of savings. The households have saved this 1,000 rupees for their future use. So this savings of 1,000 rupees, you can see, has created a leakage. The goods worth 1,000 rupees is not sold in the market. So isn't it not a burden for the firms? Yes. But now in continuation of this, what these households will do? They will save this 1,000 rupees. Where will they save? Friends, here we are speaking about an organized economic system. Here we are not speaking that the households will dig the ground and save that 1,000 rupees, or they'll keep it in the treasuries, or they'll hide it somewhere. Here it's a clean system. Here the households will save this 1,000 rupees in capital market. Now, capital market is just a statement. It may be in any financial institution. And what will happen? Now these business firms, they have fell short of the amount of 1,000 rupees. So what will they do? In order to keep the production activities sustaining, they will go to the capital market, and from capital market they go on for borrowing the money, and they go on for intended investment. Intended investment, investment meant with a profit motive. So this is what is happening. So here, friends, What is the leakage? Here the leakage is savings. And how this savings, friends, is injected? How the savings is injected over here? You can see the savings is injected, injection of the leakage through investments. So this is the circular flow of income in a two-sector model with savings. We'll go one step ahead and we'll bring government into the picture and we'll see. Then friends, it becomes circular flow of income in a three-sector model. Till here we are understood. Firms are making the payment of 10,000 rupees to the households. Households are spending income of 9,000 rupees and saving 1,000 rupees. So the consumption expenditure of the households is 9,000 rupees. And here you can see, now the government comes into the picture and they say, I am going to impose tax. तुम जो कमा रहे हो, तुम्हारी कमाई पे मैं tax impose करूंगा. So the government is imposing, let us say, a tax of rupees 900 rupees. So how much is left with the household to spend? So here you can see, out of this 10,000 rupees, they are giving 900 rupees as tax, 1,000 rupees as savings. So what is left with the households is 8,100 rupees to consume, to spend. So see here, the first leakage that we saw was 1,000 rupees savings. The second leakage that we are seeing is called as tax. Now what the government will do with this tax? They will not collect it and keep it in their treasury. In turn, the government will collect the tax and they will go on for spending that amount of money. And where they spend it on the goods and services produced by the firms in the economy. So here now again I would like to introduce the concept. So यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? Leakage. Leakage is tax. And what is the injection over here? Friends, the injection over here is the government expenditure. Wow. So again you can see, even in the three-sector model, the circular flow is complete, and all these things are happening through money as the medium of exchange. So similarly, there is one more sector, friends, which we call it as the four-sector model. So in four-sector model, we bring into picture exports and imports. So whatever goods are produced in the economy, these goods, they directly don't go to the factor market, but in turn there is an leakage and these goods are exported to the foreign people. And at the same time, the households, when they earn the income, whatever few of them, if they feel that it is not available in their country, they go on for importing the goods. So this is what is the external sector, exports and imports, which constitute fourth sector. So exports becomes our leakages and imports becomes our injections. Injection matlab giving it back in the, injecting back in the economy. So this is the four sector model. Now very quickly we'll see how all these three sectors, it may be all these three economic agents, consumers, producers, government sector, and along with this the banking, how they are interacting with each other. So here you can see there is financial markets, households and business firms. The households are producing the good, the firms are producing the goods, which we call it aggregate output. So they are also making the payments to the households, which is called as aggregate income. So households, what they are doing? They are saving a part of their income in the financial market, and the remaining income they are spending on consumption. So what the firms are doing? The firms are going to the financial market, borrowing the money and investing it. What the government is doing? The government, you can see, is taking the taxes from the households and again spending it on the goods. So here you can see, at a time, always the consumption expenditure is equal to the investment expenditure is equal to, and the government expenditure. So the aggregate of consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure plus the government expenditure gives rise to something called as the aggregate output. This is how the circular flow of the economy, this is how the working of the economy, and this is how the national income is understood. So here you can see all the leakages and injections. So circular flow illustrates the balance between leakages and injections in our economy. If savings is a leakage, it is balanced by investment. If taxes is a leakage, it is balanced by government spending. If exports is a leakage, it is balanced by imports. So this is how leakages will be in equilibrium with injections, and at a particular time the circular flow of the economy, you can see consumption, production, exchange, government spending, taxes, savings, investment, all are happening at a time. So this is all about circular flow of national income. So friends, in my next session we'll come up with evolution of modern economic system. So till my next class, please take care of yourself, stay happy. Thank you very much for being with me, for being with Understanding Economics with Professor Aftab. Thanks for watching. Stay happy, stay blessed. Tata, bye bye.